Hello everyone, I am Li Wenyi. Welcome to Taiwan is my home. Let us see the stories of newcomers in Taiwan. Especially in recent years with the opening and development of Taiwan, there are almost 500,000 of new inhabitants in Taiwan. On Dihua Street in Taipei City, there is a store known by many people. It's the place haunting many Filipinos' mind because there, the owner Zhang Meiyue with Chinese blood. 30 years ago, she came to Taiwan interview for a secretary. Unexpectedly, since that time, she stayed in Taiwan getting married and have 3 beautiful daughters. In order to support the family, she set up a stall selling hometown flavors, and the business is getting better. After 19 years, the small stall upgraded to a restaurant. It also becomes many Filipinos' home in Taiwan.
Hoy, paayos na yung palabok! Magagalit na si Eddie.
Walking into this restaurant in Dihua Street, you can hear others' words, just like being in another country. This is a common food in Philippines because
Ay, ang itlog!
Zhang Meiyue, the restaurant owner, speaks Mandarin very fluently because she has lived in Taiwan from Philippines for about 30 years. This restaurant only sells authentic Philippine cuisine, unlike other restaurants that change their taste. Therefore, every holiday, many Philippine fellows from various places gather around here. We're making Philippine rice noodle. Here, the most important part is the sauce. If the sauce tastes bad, it will affect the smell. The sauce we made is shrimp taste. The sauce with shrimps. It has the smell of fish and shrimps. The flavor of shrimps. In order to make this authentic hometown flavors, Zhang Meiyue makes a lot of efforts, especially this BBQ, his mother's specialty. I usually spend a lot of time calling my mom to ask her for some ingredients and methods and about the taste. When I made the BBQ, I even asked my mom to come here because there is some special taste that she made I really don't know. I really can't figure it out. I begged her to teach me. The taste of sauce decides everything of this BBQ for Zhang Meiyue. This taste of BBQ is full of the memories of her childhood. When we were in Philippines, if we go to the beach, playing in the beach, my parents would ask us to make BBQ. Everyone wants to fight for it because there are 15 children in our family. We all love to eat BBQ. Having 15 siblings, Zhang Meiyue, like everyone sitting together and eating lively, she wanted to make this homely feeling into this restaurant. If someone feels the taste is too light, if he felt it's not enough, we will ask other customers. If several customers have the same feeling, it means it's true about what they told me. I would try to improve my dish. When Zhang Meiyue was young, she felt new and fun. As a secretary and accountant, 30 years ago, she accepted friends' invitation. She came to Taiwan and started a new chapter of her life. Coming to Taiwan was out of curiosity at first. Coincidentally, my good friend told me that someone was looking for a secretary here. He asked me if I want the job. I thought, okay. It wasn't hurt to try. Having the Chinese blood in her, she got her ID cleared smoothly, but the life she was going to face was not easy at all. Because we can't speak Mandarin, we could only read people's faces, just like we don't know that Taiwanese, our colleague was upset or not. Taiwanese people are used to say, hurry, 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 like this. Taiwanese are more impetuous. Their paces are rapid. In Philippines, we're very different. Our paces are slower. All kinds of ineptness and unfamiliarity with Taiwan made Zhang Meiyue want to leave. However, her personality never yields to anything lets her decide to stay because she believes that she would find her own way by efforts. I will not go home until I become a different person, a very successful person. After becoming a successful person, I'll go back. Her friends beside her witness Zhuang Meiyue's toughness. Many problems are solved by everybody. People help out each other, just like communication or finding jobs. She's very tough. She would do whatever jobs others introduce to her. Where there's a will, there's a way. Staying in Taiwan for years, Zhuang Meiyue is adapted to the pace here. She made a lot of good friends and met her true love. After she married, she delivered 3 daughters successively. She enjoyed the new joys of babies. At that time, the government opened foreigners' work policy. There are more and more Filipinos come to Taiwan. Zhuang Meiyue decided to combine her family and her business. Sell Philippines cuisine just in time. There are some foreign laborers coming in here. In this way, we could have the chance to know more Philippines. We don't have to think about going all the way home. She has to take care of every housework in daytime. She could only use the time at midnight after her children are asleep to prepare the food in home kitchen. When I cook, I make a loud voice. The neighbor from 1st floor to 5th floor can hear the sound. They don't dare to tell me they tolerate me a lot. When we make this BBQ, when my husband would help me grill the BBQ using wood charcoal. Wood charcoal has a smelly smell. They are just, they just tolerate and they say nothing to me. Really, I'm very thankful to them. The consideration of neighbors and her husband's support are the most important thing for Zhuang. Using her holidays on Sundays, the couple works in the stall. My husband too, he works on Monday to Saturday. On Sunday, he has to get up to prepare because we live in Xindian and 3rd floor without elevator. They carried a lot of things downstairs just like this and moved into our car and picked me here. Considering her home fellows have free time only on holidays, so at first, Zhuang Meiyue's food stall opens only on Sundays. Once a week only, none of her friends evaluate them positively. My husband would tell them, leave her alone, it's her own business, just like Meiyue knows what she is doing. You should leave her alone. All the things are difficult before they are easy. To obtain the authentic taste, most ingredients are managed by Zhuang under many strict trials. Some ingredients are rare here, so sometimes we ask friends who go to Philippines whether they can help us to buy. Because the authentic taste, more and more Filipinos come here for hometown flavors. The original store cannot accommodate big crowds, therefore they found another store with kitchen. Expand their business. The business is better and better, but the complaints from home are more and more. My mom is always late. For many of my ceremonies, I was really angry when I was little. Other people were here, only you come in late and in a rush. I also felt that when I was little, sometimes I wondered that why my mom didn't stay with me when I was at home. Why she's not always home. But however, when I grew up, I understood she made a lot of efforts for this family, and she works so hard. She did that for her dream, our ideal life. Also, in order to let us have a better life, she works very hard. No matter how tired she is, children are always Zhuang's treasure. On my birthday, in order to celebrate my birthday, she prepared a lot of food a day before, like desserts and pastas, and the next day she called a taxi sending to my school to celebrate my birthday. I'm very touched. She's very tired, but she's happy to do it. At the weekend, she didn't sleep much on Saturday, same on Sunday, even though she sat there late and she's willing to attend my graduation ceremony. Her daughters are more sensible gradually, understanding mom's hard working. When they are free, everyone will go to the diner to help out. Every holiday, her daughter, oldest, is always charged on branch of dinner. Running in the restaurant isn't just mom's job, it's the job of the whole family shoulder together. Do you know how much is it? Is it $70 for 6 pieces? Yes. Okay, got it. If customer order BBQ, ask them to come back later. 19 years have passed on. There are many restaurants around, and a lot of Filipinos are jointly owned homes in Taiwan. I feel at home at this place because in Taiwan we have no family. That owner is our good friend. We come here every day, like our home. Our home fellows will come here getting together to celebrate someone's birthday. They will meet here. There is here a place everyone could help each other. Like if someone lost a job or someone is sick, people helped out each other and understand each other. 30 years in Taiwan has led Zhuang stands at this piece of land firmly, but never forget her origin. She wished to be more considerate with more Filipinos coming here, the warmest taste of home. With the original intention, walking through several leaf seasons, there's nothing that can replace the hometown flavor. Next, this French is coming to Taiwan to fulfill his dreams. The way he makes his dream come true is writing comic books. Now he is known by many people. Who is he? What's his story? Let's see after break. Speak of new inhabitants in Taiwan, not only female will travel around for love. Their next gentleman is from France, married to a Taiwanese woman. He gave up the job of engineer with high salary in France, coming to Taiwan to fulfill his dream, writing comics. The character, a French cat, is just like himself, explores Taiwan with curious big eyes. Earthquakes, rainy season, all surprises to him. Now in Taiwan, he has fans. Next, he has going to Chiayi to build a base of dream with his wife to open a window of hope for those who are unpassionate in arts. I love to draw comics. I draw a lot of things in one day. On scratch papers with a black ink, pen slowly delineate till become a comic character. Comics are the creation of words and pictures. Drawing outlines needs full concentration. In this 4 small frame area, it tells a story about an oldie cat, how to educate the life in Taiwan. David Barron's personal experience, the further in southern Taiwan is so hot, typhoon and raining season, the weather changing in Taiwan makes the French guy feel curious and new. During the raining season, it rains for a long time. Taiwan for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days raining. It's not like this in my country. It rains for like 1 or 2 hours. It rains heavily, so you can still go outside. In Taiwan, when it rains, it's floods. How do you feel the first time you encountered an earthquake? It's very strange. We were at my wife's hometown. We were sleeping about 4 a.m. in the morning. There was an earthquake, a massive earthquake. I was sleeping. I woke up quickly, but I don't know what was happening. I don't know if I should stay inside or outside the house. Mingshen, what should we do? Her answer is, nothing, just go back to sleep. 4 years ago, David Barron followed his wife Tai Mingxuan from France to Taiwan for a living. The calmness of Taiwan's current earthquake became his theme. In this pocket sketchbook, there is a Frenchman who observes Taiwan like a cartoon version of Taiwan history. Because French like history, there are many immigrants in France. My dad's parents are immigrants. There used to be many colonies in France. So we have a lot of foreigners here from Africa or from Asia. There are many immigrants from Cambodia and Vietnam. We like to know the things with storylines. The meaning of Taiwan is special. Not many people know about Taiwan. He found his feet by self-taught. Coming to Taiwan, he decided to regain a paintbrush to fulfill his childhood dream. I draw a lot of Smurfs here. The blue Smurfs, yes. I am drawing his rice, and I drew a lot of things. I really like it. I want to draw my own comics. My dad has a lot of comics. We read together, so when I was little, I got a lot of comics to read. I drew a lot of things at school. I drew comics first. At first, David was a bit worried. As a newcomer, he hasn't overcome the difference of language and cultures. Staying in such a strange city, quitting the job of engineering, devoting himself into comics, will it work out? Thanks to his wife, Tsai Ming-shun, who knows about dramas, become his good partners. I support him because I know he's good at that. It's interesting, it's different from others. There's no other foreign comic writer in Taiwan. How could I assist him let his works be seen by more people? We speak French while fighting. Yes, it's easier, and she can practice her French, and now we will use half French and half Mandarin. Efforts will have results. 2 years ago, a kids' newspaper sought for a comic writer. They are impressed by David's works. At home, his black kitten from France becomes the white blank cat. Published in the new kids' newspaper becomes kids' partners. An editor told me that you are a foreigner because your drawing is really unique. You can introduce a covering cat to Taiwan. Therefore, I have a character of a cat and his owner, the owner's brother, a dad, a brother's dad and mom, and also mom's family, her brother. David speaks poor Mandarin with a fast pace like the way French people speak. While meeting a language barrier, there's always a direct way to convey. You know you need this, yes. So David knows what Mom wants, you know? Yes, I know. We know because we're accustomed to it. He knows the routine of his family. Mother-in-law's family meal always makes David's heart warm. Which is your favorite dish from Mom? Ah, the fish. Because she knows I like fish. He likes to eat fish. I like many things. Using the chopsticks, like this. Chestnuts, yes, chestnuts. I like to eat this a lot. He helps me washing dishes after a meal. Seldom men do this. Good-mannered French son repaying nice mom-in-law. Not only this. It's okay. What does it mean? It's not very sweet. I can eat it. Even though she said she didn't like dessert, the handmade cake by David makes her feel sweet. I like to use brown sugar. David's another passion is making his hometown desserts. Making the paste of crepe, David looks bold, but he pays his full attention. He is particular about tools too. The particular pan could be preheated. David's passion to build the desserts is the base of his dream. Seeing the best position at the same time eating some desserts is not common in France, but common in Taiwan. There are not many in Tainan Chai. In Taipei, I think it's very interesting. What's this? Dahan Creek. Writing comics, it's important to know your readers if they can understand the comics you write. Your story is interesting. As a friend, as your problem, I live in Taiwan, my ideas and thoughts must be different. I want to know other people's thoughts. Holding an expedition is a way. Produce needs to be seen. David Behrens thinks walking out from the internet world, interacting people is the realist. The Old House Cafe in Tainan, the owner provides the venue for free. The last day of exhibition, many readers come specially. They bought the comic books to let David sign on it. Satisfied, what does it mean? I'm very sorry the expedition is over now, but thank you very much for buying this book just like this. His Chinese name is Gao Da Wei. We have done this since 2012 to now. We always hold expeditions everywhere. We've been running around to Taipei to Chiayi. Sometimes we'll go to Tainan, and we're going to Kaohsiung in July. During this process, we really hope that we could have our own spaces, and we are actually carrying out this idea now to become a comic writer. Tsai Ming-shen's family old house in Chiayi is their dream house, and this time David becomes a repair worker. There's used to be a wall here. Inside here, we took down all the compartments. In this room, here's a one, here's another one, here's another one. Their grandparents' bricks. Iron sheets. There are iron sheets of plates everywhere. There is a iron sheet house. We took down a lot of iron sheet. How many heavy these iron sheet at 1 ton? Living in the countryside of northern France, David saw this carpenter, Dad, hammering. Repairing an old house is a piece of cake to him. And this year, he depends on sales for almost everything. Of course, it's very hard. There's about 191 square meter. If you hire someone to repair, it's very expensive. Because my Mandarin is not fluent, it's hard to discuss or to show him my ideas, what I want to do. In fact, it's quite difficult, a little complex. It's better to do it by myself, more convenient. After all, this place could be described as his house of dream. Hard work is worth it. Here is available. There is nothing here. I'm going to paint this white. You can display your work here. Yes, there. You can display your work here. The store head is David Behrens' comic world. He wishes to sell his hometown deserts. The brick wall at the backside is going to be the expedition wall for artists. There is a plan for the small tomb located at second floor. The creators or artists from other places, when are there, they create. Maybe there's comics or some illustrations. If they want to come here for a short stay and writing or producing, in fact, I hope he could use the chance to visit and know more about Chiayi. Generally, for some young people, they want to come here with some specialty. They can come here for like word and word. There are many ideas and the dream is big. There's a motivation when more and more people know about it. We have to admit that we're doing this. We do it silently, but now people know about it. In fact, that will evoke our passion and a motivation to make it done quickly to let everyone see the results. Giving up high salary, leave far away from home, at 40 he decided to become a comic writer. Indeed, it requires huge courage. David Behrens came to Taiwan slowly but sure. His courage becomes his dream come true. There's a dream, there's a hope. There is a young man with BBQ, working hard for 4 years in order to bring his family in Pakistan to reunion in Taiwan. This is a cross-cultural relation with 2 generations. Let's see the story after we come back. Welcome back to Taiwan is my home. An old saying goes, home is always the heaven. Lin from Pakistan might feel more about this. He is half Taiwanese, half Pakistan. 6 years ago, because of civil war in Pakistan, all family moved to Taiwan. He and his mom teaching English became a reception and selling barbecue and night market. It took 4 years, fulfilling the dream of family reunion. never imagined that his father struck suddenly. Fortunately, the family stuck together. It depends on this Middle East BBQ to pass the trail in life and hold 2 generations together. The mosque in Taipei is the most similar place with hometown Pakistan. Lin Asan and his brother Husan is praying devotedly because they need some strength. At that time, civil wars in Pakistan, people shoot randomly. If you go outside, you can't be sure if you'll come back alive or dead. It was a chaos. 25-year-old Lin was born in Taiwan, grew up in Pakistan. He takes his mother's surname. Ansheng is the direction translation of Asan. As a half Taiwanese, he recalled the year of 2007 in Pakistan. A female resident was assassinated. The whole nation was brought into civil wars. It was turbulent and unsafe. The world outside door was very dangerous. Lin's mom decided to move the whole family to Taiwan. The whole country was in a chaos. It was impossible to go out. You can't go outside, and the schools are all called off for several days. It was the first time she encountered such chaos. My mom was really scared, especially she is a foreigner there. She's more nervous. Therefore, she really hoped that we could leave soon. Lin and his mother has moved back to Taiwan for over 6 years. Dad and brother was there until Lin saved enough money. 2 years ago, they finally gathered together. If brother was with us, I feel protected. When I was waiting, I was a little sad and a little lonely, waiting for coming to Taiwan, reuniting with big brother and another family to start over a new normal life. Lin first became an English teacher, hotel reception officer, then with his mom set up a stall in light market selling Pakistan's barbecue. They learned that barbecue earned much more money than teaching. Gongnao Sea Music Festival, Fuda Garden Night Market, Keelung Temple Street Night Market. Lin used to sell at these spots. He invented a way to start fire by hair dryer. Unexpectedly, many people copied the way. After I invented the way, I saw many people using the same way. They will use hair dryer to start the fire. If they have charcoal, they used to use that. Originally, they used fans, but I think the wind is not strong enough. Hands are full with that. The small tool is different. The small stall outside the house accompanied with Lin. 1 year life of night market has returned to backstage. Lin is now has a store at mom's hometown in Keelung. Across from the store is Ocean University. The store just opened. There are customers immediately. Even though the store is not big, when the store is fully occupied for 20 or 30 seats, it's still busy and alive. Though the smells of barbecue still insist the principles of Muslim no pork and alcohol. All the chicken, beef, and lambs are before cooking. We are all satisfied kosher, meaning it's prayed. The first week when I was in Taiwan, I'm afraid to eat something with pork. I eat probably pastries and strawberries for a week. Then I don't dare to eat meat, not eating meat because I'm afraid to eat pork. I don't know anything, don't know the language either. We know there are a lot of kinds of food in Taiwan we want to try, but we can't because they're not koshering meats. Big squares, sliced beef strings is the signature. Deep soaked, red grilled, tender paste of rippled stick stews, this yummy Middle Eastern food. Then just do the barbecue, marinated stuff still depends on mom's secret recipe. Homemade yogurt. We didn't set a limit for yogurt, just see the beef amount for a better and softer taste. Just add a little bit more because I don't like to add baking powder. Neither tenderizers are bad to our health. The more you guard you add, it makes it taste tender. The beautiful pot of marinated sauce is combined with spicy hibiscus and curcumin, cumin, cloves and cinnamon. The dipping sauce is blended with fresh onions, tomatoes, cilantro, and the lemon juice. Then melt all these purees. You can eat with meat or with lettuce. When I was in Pakistan, I lived a big family. So if we celebrate someone's birthday, I'll cook 100 or 200 people all by myself. So I was trained by them. So running this restaurant is not a big problem for me. The business looks stable now. It's hard to imagine that just reunited for a while. The family has been through a big challenge.
आगे तक चलना है यहाँ तक चलना है
बस यहाँ तक
यहाँ तक आए
At the time, we were at the Keelung Temple Street Night Market. It was Chinese New Year. It's the best time for food business. 1 week before that time, my father was sick. He had a minor stroke because, of course, it's going to be a mess. Things like this happen to them suddenly. It's impossible for them to do the business, and the whole family was in a chaos. But I feel that the first question, Taiwanese women are tough. I think my mom is really tough. She never cried in front of us. She must have cried, but we never saw she crying. She was standing there and saying, "You take care of outside, and she will take care of dad." Speaking of this memory, Lin tried to not shed his tears. He gave his mom a big thumbs up because in Pakistan, this traditional matriarchal country, never saw a woman who can hold up a half sky. In his memory, mom is always graceful. Didn't have to go out to work. Never thought that after coming back to Taiwan, his dad in Pakistan ran the business for the trade container and items in the warehouse are all burned out. Dad's sick. The unsteady life now is a disaster. It's love helped them to conquer all the difficulty, to wipe tears with determination. Every family will have a moment which is hard and painful. However, if everyone stick together, even though it's difficult, we could stand up again soon. In Pakistan, there people suddenly lost everything. Normally, no one can stand it. He said, "Don't worry, Mom. Let me tell you, you are richer than others now." I answered, "We don't have money. Our pocket is empty." He said, "So I'm telling you, my pocket is empty too, because our parents are living healthily. Therefore, even my pocket is empty. I'm richer than others." I heard these words this last day. I was awake and said, "Great. I am touched by what you said. Okay, let's start doing this and stick it to the hand." Lin's reliably gave his mother courage to continue. However, his father got a stroke. Each step of rehabilitation is difficult. The action of his son is always too big. One day, Dad never complained about the pain because you were not scolded. "Why do you want to say anything to Mom?" I don't know. You don't know? Isn't your wife great? Great. The stroke affects his language ability to be a gentleman. His father still accepted the interview. The rehabilitation every day always make this family smile with tears.
एक और वाह गुड नाक को हाथ लगाए ये नहीं अब उस हाथ से लगाए एक और पीछे हो जाए थोड़ा पीछे हो जाए
Dad used to be the head of the family. Now he's like a kid after he's sick. The expression of pain all shown on the face. His two sons tried to make him happy. The younger brothers all like this every time to punish his bashful dad. Although you might think he helped nothing, but he always worries his son all the time. He goes to the restaurant all the time, even though he can't walk, can't help out there. Deep in his heart, he really wants to help his son. Parents are so helpful, taking care of us so much. We will do the same. We're fine to take care of our family. We are happy to do it. From a stall to restaurant also sell Pakistan staple food. It's thin bread from wilted wheat. The mother, Su Lianlin, don't use the saucepan because there's no time to deal with so many guests. She used frying pan directly. This pan is with her for 6 years. There are 2 holes in the pan. It just makes air circulate in the pan. Sometimes it will stick in the pan. That's fine. Okay, take your time. It must be hot. Well, it happens. I got often burnt pans at first. Lamb curry, chicken curry with baked bread, it's easy, and go international meal. The bread's gravy even is left, even a bit. The lamb is tastes so great, so tender, without lamb's full flavor. There is a new helper, she's Lin's girlfriend. Someday in the future, Lin will be like his father, married to a Taiwanese woman. You earn money for your parents. If you spend money of them, you'll feel very happy. I guarantee you that's the feeling you never had before. Coming here, Taiwan, if you work really hard, there's nothing you can't do. There is always a job there in Taiwan. Thinking of the moment of coming to Taiwan, Lin could only speak 2 words. When I just come here, I could only say ni hao. From ni hao to now speaking Mandarin fluently, having settled 6 years in Taiwan, Lin can feel the smooth peace of Taiwan land provides the whole family a sense of security. He embraces gratitude, going on with smile, being thankful to Taiwan. After passing those storms, you could experience the hospitality of Taiwan. Some people's life are like the movie, A Home Too Far. Finally find a home in Taiwan. Let's see the next story of this real role of the movie after we come back. Have you ever seen the movie A Home Too Far? The movie describes during the Chinese Civil War, there is a Republic of China army has forgotten army exiled to northern Thailand. It's a story about the struggling life and death. In the reality, there's descendant of this army. Someone fled to Taiwan indirectly. Miss Mary Cho is over 60 years old, still cannot remember the day of learning shooting and fighting, even lived without ID. When she is 20, thanks to her father, brought them to Taiwan, setting up a small store near NTU, selling rice noodle for 40 years. She not only has several cute babies. Reviewing her 60 years old life, she said finally she found her real home in Taiwan. Mixing with onions and slices of chicken, pour a big amount of coconut milk. The most important role is the coconut milk. Chewy rice noodle poured with rich soup, coconut milk aroma dispersed. Spray some spicy, crispy fried noodle, adding some minced green onions, bringing the taste with some light sliced lemon. This bowl of golden triangle rice noodle aroma is everywhere. To Mary Cho, this is the memory of hometown dish golden triangle rice noodle. It's the specialty of that area. It seems that those stalls inside the market all sell this rice noodle. Our breakfast all is rice noodle. Golden triangle rice noodle is from northern Thailand. When I was young, my mom sold this rice noodle to support me. I helped her out since I was 10 and helped my mom to doing now till this. It's already been 50 years, over 50 years. Do you teach your daughters how to cook? Yes, I also taught my daughters because rice noodle is very common in northern Thailand. It's very important and very tasty, so I just pass it to the next generation. A bowl of rice noodle to Mary Cho is not only the childhood memory, but also the first dishes when the whole family moved to Taiwan. 40 years ago, she found a small stall at Gongguan. Just like that, it started her life in alien land. It was very beginning, it was 1979. My first store started here, just a small stall. I sold some rice vermicelli noodles, this kind of food. It's the first exotic cuisine appeared here. One of the reasons she chose this place is close to the market. Mary Cho said that before Shuiyuan Market was built, she settled here already. She does the same thing every day for 40 years. She bought all the ingredients all by herself. I have known these vendors for a long time. About 20 or 30 years. Hello. Although she went to Chinese school in my salon, coming back to Taiwan, Cho still made some efforts to overcome the problem of communication. I told him I want to buy flat noodles. He asked me what is flat noodles. I said something that is white in small pieces. They didn't understand. They just ignored me. Also, when I went to buy gingers, I took one piece of ginger. He told me two, so I took one. Because in Thai, 2 is 1. I gave him $1. He told me $2. I didn't understand. I just gave all I had to him, let him take by himself. Trying to overcome the barrier of language, Cho used her warm smile, shortened the distance with local people gradually. They are friends for 40 years. Does she always buy meat from you? Yes, she does. It's been several decades. At least over 30 years. She fought for life when she was 20. From Thailand, isn't that great? Behind the smile, she didn't mention that before moving to Taiwan, her family had a miserable life. The people are hard to understand. Cho was from my salon in northern Thailand. The movie A Home Too Far describes her real life. During the Chinese Civil War in 1949, there was an army forgotten by the government of the Republic of China from the border of Burma. They were homeless and miserable, and attacked by both China and Burmese government. This Republic of China army was forged to the border of northern Thailand. Her father Cho Ming-yang was survived a soldier at that time. He married a Thai woman, Ma Koi Mei. For the living, he brought the whole family coming to the mountain area in my salon trying to find a place to settle down. No ID. Her mountain area, that's okay. Is not able to go to Myanmar, neither to go to Thailand. Can I go to Thailand? The government didn't give them any confidence or guarantees. Thailand government didn't admit them. The army and their family had no identity. They could only hide in the mountain, having a life without knowing who they are, and didn't know what their home would be. It's close to heaven, but we lived like hell. It was really hard. We were staying at thatched cottages made of bamboos. The wall was made of bamboos. It was really cold in the winter. Cold wind was from the wall. Because the wall is made from bamboo, the wind blew over. We would find stick papers, one in the wall. Others one is too cold, sleep to the night. The trauma of the wars never left them. Here, women and kids have to learn fighting. It was very nervous. They fought in the battle. If there are soldiers in the family, all of them are in fears, right? If they never come back, right? But some of them come back for 2 or 3 months. Some lost their arms or legs. Some they come back injured. And there are many people who know how to shoot, even children. About how old? Old enough would lift the gun. You have to learn. Can't bear the pain of war any longer. Father brought the whole family fled to Taiwan, memorizing the day of getting ID card. Cho and her family felt like reborn. Now you have ID card. Are you happy about it? I'm very happy. I can survive. Everyone can survive here. Our kids could study. Everyone is in joy. However, in Taiwan, life saga had just begun. When they fled to Taiwan, Mary Cho was 20 years already. She was very independent. She was the breadwinner. Originally, she wanted to work in factories, but she worried it's not enough to support the family. Suggested by her friend, she started to sell the rice noodle, like she used to help her mother. At NTU shopping area with many foreign students, setting up a food stall, but some important Thai ingredients were not sold in Taiwan. That was a problem. Like this galangal is very rare in Taiwan because Taiwanese don't eat that. Also, this lemongrass, same as the lemongrass. Taiwanese made it as lemongrass oil to repel mosquitoes, but in Thailand it's used in Thailand dishes or Thailand soup. How do you overcome these? Overcome the setups? It was my junior classmate in NTU Agriculture's institution. They made a research on lemongrass oil. He said he gave me this, his senior, for cooking. He said his Taiwanese classmates felt very strange. This is eatable? You won't die? So I just made it, and I made them for a meal, for a treat. And it smelled, they said, smelled good. Poached with hot water, cooling down it with cold water. The problem was spice sold finally. After she ran the shop, she found out Taiwanese can't accept the sour and spicy taste of Thai cuisines. There are no guests. What should she do? I really hope everyone can taste authentic Thailand cuisines. If you cut corner, the taste would be too light. I was not frustrated. I never thought of quitting. Never. I think if the business is not good, I think I should change. I should change my mode of operation. How can I let my guests accept? I think about the meal set, like a meal with a cup of tea and a dessert, just like a combo meal. In this way, I think it will attract people to come. It's economy, cheap, and delicious. I wasn't sure it will work out or not. It turned out very good. 40 years ago, the idea of meal set was not very common. The way Mary Cho did won the hearts of student group. Gradually, she stands firmly in the NTU shopping area. The time was a tiny stall, now is a business district shop. Exotic Cuisine Guide also won a travel magazine nomination, first prize of Southeast Asian cuisine. There are more and more guests in the small diner. The business is getting better and better. At this moment, Mary Cho is over 60 years old. Her whole life is busy. It would be the time to enjoy life. Cho intends to pass the old diner to her oldest son. Unexpectedly, 3 years ago in an accident, her oldest son lost his life. It was an unbearable pain to a mother. He went fishing in Wulai. He slipped and fell when he was fishing. Of course, Mom can't accept this at first, but she tried to let it go slowly. She feels better now. After she feels better, she was busy for work. Ostensibly, she looks fine. We think she is quite strong. She tries to look happy when she's sad, try to cheer up. But we really don't know this part. She's not willing to talk about. Oh, of course, I'm sad. I'm very sad. In this 2 years, it's really hard to get through. I will think about him every time I get home, thinking of everything about him, really. There was a time I was really sad. The saddest thing about come to Taiwan as a parent, losing my own child is the most painful thing, right? Mary Cho's pain is never shown in front of her children. Only in the night or behind people she cried and then wiped her tears in silence. But she never feels lonely because she has a big family, a company with her. Just like this, all families sitting together, eating and chatting. She could feel the warmth of home. Half a century has passed. Who am I? This question always puzzled her. But through her family, she knows her home is not far away, but here in Taiwan. On the road of life, it is inevitable to face difficulties. As long as you have the heart and love, all the difficulties could be overcome. Thank you for watching. See you next week.